Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. It is like, it's earlier than what it normally would be. Let me mute that. I almost forgot my last video. I think I forgot too long, so it has the copyright thing on it. So I'm gonna have to keep it up and then remove it. But it's earlier than what it normally would be. And I'm jumping on to go ahead and get my video done because I did say I wanted to start being more consistent with my videos. So I'm going to move y'all over here. This week I have not been my best with straightening up my area. I'm just gonna put y'all right here so I can talk to y'all. I'm finna go get my water and stuff like that. But it's Friday. I'm so excited about Friday because I'll be needing my weekend, child. I'll be needing my weekend, I think. Let me get my water. Oh wow, I forgot. I need to rinse water from the garage. I do. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna grab. Y'all, I'm going to admit I'm a little lazy this morning. So instead of me going to the garage and getting one of the cases of water, I'm just gonna pour this up in my thing for me to drink. Let me bring y'all back. Okay, put y'all about right there. And today is Friday, so I know I need to work on badges. My baby put this on here because it wasn't anything on here. She's just the sweetest little girl that I know when she's wanting to be sweet. Give me 1 second, y'all. But I think I'm supposed to talk to you guys today about being consistent. I don't know if that's it or not because I just jumped on this morning. And that's what I was listening to. Being consistent, following God, all of that stuff, and knowing who to, like, if you're a child of God, you cannot, like, just be preaching to everybody. Like, just, trying to make people be what you want them to be. And that's kind of what she was speaking about a little bit. It says, trusting God's timing and a plan for your life. So, trust God. And he does have a plan for your life. So basically, again, talking to me. And this was the Woman Evolved conference. One of the preachers, I think she's I don't know what she is. I don't know. And I don't even know her name. Joyce. I think it's Joyce. She's really, really good too. I really like her as well. But that's what we're going to talk about. But first, I'm going to show y'all this. So, kids at church, we don't have a lot of children at our church. We have 5 or 6. So, for Halloween, I'm going to make them baskets out of these. I'm going to make them baskets out of these for their Halloween baskets. And I always like to get something that people can utilize afterwards. So I put them in here so they'll have like little storage bins once they're done with them. And I was like, okay, these are cute. So I got these so I can make the kids from the church, I hate to say Halloween, but Halloween baskets. And it's just going to have like candy, socks, me and one of the other sisters, we kind of are going to be getting the stuff for these for the kids. It's not going to be anything super big or whatever. But I'm going to start working on that. I still got to go get a lot of the candy items. So I'm going to go do that today. And y'all, I have to do, like, I have to do better with what they was speaking about, because I do notice I hold my tongue on a lot of stuff, and maybe this ain't even what they were speaking about, but this is what I want to speak about. How I hold my tongue with a lot of stuff that I know needs to be said to spare other people's feelings. And that's something else that I have to work on. I have to work on, because it beats me up on the inside, because I know what I need to do and what I need to say, and I refrain from doing it. And it be having me in a whole different headspace. And how can a person know things if you're not telling them? But then I think I kind of be in my head. I think I kind of be in my head, because it just be like, if it's somebody especially that I keep saying the same things to, it's like I'm just tired of saying the same things, if that makes sense. Or why add something new when they don't even listen to the other stuff that you say, like all of those. And I think that's part of the reason that I do it. And I'm starting to realize I'm somebody who does not like conflict. And I try to avoid it at all costs. So my goal is to drink this whole thing today, or at least drink from this 4 times. That's how I do my drink from this. But yeah, I'm working on that. It's so hard for me to just be really honest with certain people about stuff like that I know needs to be brought up, that needs to be discussed. It just be like, I don't even care to say it. Like, that's how I be like, it doesn't even matter. And I just kind of stay with it. And I've started praying about it, and God has started helping me with it. It's something that I know I need help with, but that's really not what I wanted to talk about. It probably was on my heart just to get it out. So that's the little bit about me, is actually saying what I truly feel in having conflict. And then I have to also, I preach it, I say it, and I know it. Conflict is not always bad, but I think for me, I really don't like aggressive conversations. I don't want to be yelled at. I don't want language used that's disrespectful. And I don't want to yell at anyone. And I don't want to use disrespectful language. And I don't want to feel like I'm disrespecting you in any type of way. And I used to be very easy to, what was it? I used to be very easy to flip. And it was either like, I was telling my therapist, like, I don't have a gray area. I used to definitely did not have a gray. I have a gray now. It's getting there. I can see it. I just had a white and a black. And a lot of times I refrain from having conversations because of the way that I tend to act when I get upset. Now I don't act like that as much anymore. So I know that is God. He's just working on me, and he is changing the behavior. But it's still difficult for me to have, and I'm not going to say with everybody, but some people, it's hard for me to have those important conversations, those conversations that may be hard. And I want to be able to have them. Like, I'm like, I have to be able to have those conversations, especially if myself and the other party is saying we genuinely care about each other, even if it's a friendship or a romantic relationship, a marriage, a family, any type of co-workers. Like, difficult conversations have to be had in order to build a bond with people, right? If you're just walking around like everything is always good, that's not healthy. It's not healthy at all. And I don't think people realize that. A lot of times people think, well, it's healthier for me just to not say anything. And it's like, no, that is not true. It's healthier for you to say it than to not say it. And I get it. Some people just shut down. Some people don't have it where they are emotionally ready to just be very transparent when it comes to those type of conversations and be real with themselves. I mean, just that's the truth. And God just revealed something to me, and he keep revealing the same stuff to me. So God, I know he be like, girl, if you would just listen to me and stop thinking you know everything and just listen to me, it ain't as bad as you think it is. I know that's what he be. I know. I'm tired. I'm probably your child that you be like, if you don't go sit down in your room and think for 15 minutes. I'm sitting down and I'm thinking for 15 minutes. But I promise you, me and my one of my best friends, we always be saying like our God Daddy. So we call God Daddy. We literally say, Daddy did this today, and the God Daddy, I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you, Daddy. I got it. I know I'm just, but I have to remember, this is what God is saying to me. You have to remember, everybody doesn't have all the tools that you have. And I use the analogy about the toolbox, right? We're all given this toolbox, and I probably explained this before, but we're all given this toolbox, and there's certain tools that everybody's equipped with. But every tool that you're equipped with is not all the tools that you need. So you have to start going and getting you more tools to put in the toolbox so you're able to execute every situation, right? Because I can't use a flathead screwdriver. What can I use a flathead screwdriver for? I can't use a flathead screwdriver to tighten up a part of a bike. I don't know, y'all. I don't know anything about putting stuff together except for when I'm Googling, but you know what I'm saying. It's like, or you can't use a plunger to put together a bike. So you have to have the tools. You need the plunger for the toilet, and you need the screwdriver or Y pliers or what other hammer. You need all of these different tools so you can use them when it's needed, right? Because a hammer is not that important when the shower rod needs to be tightened, but the hammer is important if I need to hang up a picture, right? So that's what I'm saying. And we all have different tools, and then we don't have certain tools. So we have to make sure we're pouring into ourselves so we have the proper tools that we need to build whatever needs to be built on the inside of us, right? And everybody's not equipped with every tool, but we have to actually do the work to get the tools. Like, I just can't go in a store and grab the tool and walk out with it for free. If I needed it like a tool in real life, like I would actually have to go and purchase the tool. In order for me to purchase the tool, I have to do work to earn money, so I have the funds to get the tool. That's the same thing with God. That's the same thing with mental health. Like, you have to do things. You have to pour into yourself so you have the tools that's needed to handle every situation, right? So if I'm somebody who has anxiety, as you guys all know I do, I have to put things in place to help me with my anxiety. And what those things is a tool that goes in my toolbox to help me cope with the anxiety. If you're somebody who suffers from depression, I have never had depression, and I've just been around people in my, people that I love that suffers from depression. Several people, so I know what it looks like, but I can't say I know what it feels like, right? But if you suffer from depression, you also need things in your toolbox to help you with depression. So in order for you to get what's needed to cope with your depression, you have to work for it so you can, kind of purchase the tool that you need. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. You walk around and you're like, oh, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this. And you're complaining about what you can't do and what you don't have and who's not in your life and who's doing this. Get your tools and fix yourself, period. Pick up your Bible, read your Bible. And then I just say now, the way the world is set up today with technology can be great or it can be very harmful for your life. And I try to utilize it for good. And what I mean by that is there's no excuses for not getting the tools that you need in your toolbox. All you have to do is literally pick up your phone and say, Google, if you suffer from anxiety, Google, can you please show me articles about anxiety, how to cope with anxiety? Google, can you please show me articles on how to cope with depression? Siri, can you please show me articles on how to deal with a difficult person? Siri, can you please show me articles on how to cope? Even YouTube, go on YouTube, videos about dealing with my compulsive disorder. Like, it's so many different tools. So it's to the point now where I'm like, I care that you're hurting, but you have to do the work. I'm not going to drown myself trying to save you in the water. And every time, as I'm trying to save you, you pushing my head under with you. No, I'm not doing that anymore. I have no desire to do it. I don't want to do it. I'm only helping people that I can see helping themselves. And it can be a little bit. You don't have to give me much, just a little bit. But I have to definitely see that you're helping yourself. Like, period, point blank. Okay, y'all, I had to jump off for a second. But yeah, you have to be helping yourself, and whatever that looks like to you, it doesn't have to look like my journey. It can look like your journey. We're all different. We all have a different pace that we have to go on. And it's all about willing to be patient with that person, right? I'm going to sit these down here, but I really need to keep them up there. But I'm going to go to the store right after work today and get that done. I like for this to be, I'm going to have to get me something to go on my, whatchamacallit, because this CB cold when I sit here. But, oh shoot. But yeah. So that's where I'm at with my life. I'm not begging nobody to do the work that they need to do for themselves. And I'm definitely not begging nobody to be in my life either. If you're here, you're here. If you ain't, you ain't. And that is completely fine by me. At the place where I'm at in my life right now, I ain't begging nobody to be here. And when I say nobody, I mean not a soul. I want to use this, but I just really, and I need to make some badges today. So I think I'm going to go ahead and scoot this over here and get everything set up with that. I hate badge day, y'all. And I think it's because, as y'all know, I'm not a patient person. It's not hard to do them. It's just a lot of steps to get it completed. And I'm really not a lot of steps person. I like everything to be done fast. And I have my whole system, y'all. It's a lot easier in my office, of course, because of the space that I have in my office, and I have a whole setup, but I'm not here for being in my office right now. I haven't been in my office in months now, but it's okay. I'll get back there. But yeah, and sometimes people are not meant to be in our life, and that's also okay. We just have to be real with ourselves, and then sometimes we just need we need people in our life at a different capacity, like distance, and sometimes we need time away from people. I just sat all on the arm of the darn thing. That hurt. I'm already gonna have one bruise on my leg from yesterday. I was like, okay, that's definitely gonna leave a bruise because I bruise very easy. I ain't even light skinned, but I bruise easy, y'all. Well, I don't consider myself light skinned. I think because my mama's lighter than me. I have other family members that's lighter than me because I just consider myself like a caramel complexion, but what was I talking? Yeah, just and remember, everybody's not meant to be in your life, y'all, and you're not compatible with everybody, and that is also okay. If you're not compatible with somebody, it's okay not to be compatible with somebody. It's okay for somebody to be a great person, but y'all just cannot coexist in the same space. You cannot be your authentic self. Like for me, I love to talk. And when I first, well, not when I first, because I've always been a talker. I even remember my mom's, one of her, well, the long-term boyfriend that she had, you guys know I was born in Dallas and moved to Vegas when I was about 5. But that boyfriend that she was with, he actually called me Motor Mouth because I talked so much. But a lot of people who know me or who have known me in, like, when I became an adult, even in high school, junior high, I was quiet. So, but I've always had a lot to say. So I notice when I'm with people that when people say that I talk a lot, or even relationship, I don't want to be with somebody where I can't like talk. I have a lot to say, and I did just kind of hold back like a whole bunch of years because I was in environments that I did not like. I was forced to move away from my family, the people that I was comfortable with, and by the time I moved back with my family, now I'm uncomfortable with you because you've changed so drastically. So now I'm really not talking and expressing how I feel. And now I'm just to the point in my life, like who God created me to be, which is a speaker. I'm able to do it. And I just want to be with people, especially my mate. Has to be someone who enjoys me having a conversation with them. I don't want to just be where, oh, okay, I don't want to talk too much and they get upset, or I don't want to talk too much and annoy them. Like, I want to be around people, and I especially want my mate to be someone who loves that quality that I offer, because it's hard for me not to do it, being that it was so many years of my life that I did not do it just because I was uncomfortable speaking around so many people. So now I just enjoy doing it. I like it, and it helps me pour into people. Like, for example, the girl that does Leisha Locks, I've talked about her a couple of times. She came and did Leisha hair on Friday, and last Friday, so it's been a week, and we always have very deep conversations. The only time we don't is if I'm working and she's doing her hair. But if I'm sitting in there while she's doing Leisha's hair, we're always having deep conversations. And she posted on Facebook yesterday or the day before just how important those conversations were to her. And so many people have done that with me, especially with the job that I have now, my position, where new hires, every new hire that comes into my company has to meet with me for 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks, they have to meet with me. And it's been just so crazy how God has allowed so many people to come on board. And I've said this several times, that I'm able to pour into, and some are just able to pour into me. And that's all with this. That's my tool. This is the most important tool that Camila has. And it ain't in no toolbox. It came with the house that I'm trying to build. So I have to utilize it. And I just feel like if you're trying to stop me from utilizing something, that a gift, my best gift that God has given me, I don't know how I feel about that. And I'm still trying to navigate through that. But I'm not just going to sit and be quiet because somebody's offended or someone doesn't like that. I have the gift of gab. Like, I love to talk. And it's not like, as long as I'm not saying anything disrespectful. Now, am I very detailed? Yes, I am. And that's what everybody say that goes through NEO with me, about how detailed I am. They're like, you explain things so well. Like, I've never been able to do this, but with you telling me, I was able to just do it so easily. I've been trying to do this for years, and the way you explained it was so easy. And I've even gotten that from other people about how I explain things really does just help them learn. So I know it's a gift, because for me it's very easy and natural. I'm not like, it's nothing I'm struggling to do. And if it's something that you're not struggling to do and you're really good with it, that's a gift. And you have to utilize it, or it will be taken away. Just like they say, the stronger your faith becomes with God, the clearer things will be from Him, right? So, for example, when I started going through my whole spiritual journey process, God revealed things about someone else to me first. It wasn't about me. And I was like, okay, that's weird. Oh my gosh, what's going on? All of those things, because I'm not really spiritual and I was scared. And I'm like, oh, I ain't gonna say nothing. So I didn't say anything to anyone until a few months later. I ended up doing my spiritual counseling and all of those things. And she revealed to me what it was, because I was telling her about stuff that happened to me as a kid. Because I do have a sister. I don't know if I've shared with you guys, but I do have a sister that passed away at 9. She was ran over by a motorcycle. I was 2. So that makes us, 7 years apart. And she passed away when I was a little girl. So I have very, 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 when I say vague memories of her, I really don't remember anything, is what people tell me. But I definitely have experienced her. You don't realize how things truly affect you until you start saying stuff out loud, right? But my relationship with her was me seeing her as a child, and sometimes as an adult. When I was in hard places, she would come and just kind of help me through things. And I was telling my spiritual counselor about that. And then I also told her, like, just different people that I have lost. Like, really not even a whole bunch of people. One of my aunties, my sister, and my best friend. Really, that's it. The people that I've lost that I just I can think of off the top of my head, that has just came and said things to me, and just did stuff to let me know. And other things has happened just where especially now, but God just revealed things about this person, and I was telling her about that. Then I told her about the stuff with my people that was deceased, and how they have came to me and said stuff, or just how you kind of see stuff that might happen, and it's like, oh, okay, let me not do that, or all of those things. And God really gives me what to say out of my mouth most of the time. If I now that I have a relationship with Him, He will really speak to people through me. That happens a lot. I will literally be in the store, and the first time I did it, I'll never forget, and I talked about it on my page. It was a man who was buying soap, and I thought he was talking to his wife on the phone, but he was talking to me. And God just started pulling all of this stuff, putting all of this stuff in me to tell him. And I'm like standing there like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. But I'm telling him, and the man just starts crying, and he's like, oh my gosh, yes, because I just started telling him stuff about his wife and how their relationship was, and where what she's saying to him, and I just made his day. And now it happens very often where I'm just able to pour into people, and it's because of God. But I'm also using my important tool that God gave me, which is my mouth. And I just need people around me that's not like, it doesn't bother them, because this is what God has gifted me with, a tool that I don't have to work hard to build things with. And it's my mouth. Like, I can pour, I'm telling you, and I'm not bragging on myself, I'm just saying what God has gifted me with. Even before I became spiritual, I could pour into you. I could pour into you with little, saying very little, and that's just who I am, and that's who I have always been. I will when I'm telling you I can pour into somebody, and I just refuse to give that tool up. I have tried, and it's not worth anyone. It's not worth a relationship with anyone. I'm sorry. Now, am I still working on altering it? Yes. Am I also working on being mute when God is telling me to be mute? Yes. But if God's telling me to speak on something, and it's going to take me longer than 2 minutes, I'm definitely going to do that. You guys see, I can be on here having a whole conversation with y'all for an hour. Ain't nobody talking back to me. I'm not going live. I'm not reading no comments. I'm just having a conversation and with you guys, and y'all can go back and watch and then say something. But that's my gift. That's my gift, and I'm going to use it, and nobody's going to stop me from that. No human being is going to stop me from that. Only God himself is going to stop me from utilizing my tool. Now, will I be mute when I need to be mute because God is telling me to be mute? Yes, I will. There's a time and a place for everything, but I do feel like, don't tell me that I need to just not talk, especially if what I'm saying is no such thing as a life that's better than yours.